To initiate change in any aspect of life, you need one thing: realization. There's no change in the history of mankind which occurred without anyone realizing the need for that change. Everything is a custom, a norm, and a tradition until someone starts to notice that someone else is suffering from this kind of normality. It took greats of this country for us to be liberated from apartheid. The Chris Hannis and Steve Bikos realized that sitting around and hope things will change on their own will cause more suffering than good. Some of our undocumented parents chose to accept that other people were superior than us, so they sold their own people. They chose to find comfort in the pain and never realized what damage they were doing to their own. Fast forward to today, there's still a lot of things we choose to accept only because we don't want to do something about it. Let me bring it close a little bit. As men, we are still clinging to the idea of Indo-Daikali. We still want to push this narrative of a man who is strong and never shows weakness. Because of this idea, we prey on women and every other being we presume as weaker, only to prove our masculinity. Who are we proving that masculinity to? The same people we are trying to bully. Twisted, ain't it? I may be wrong about this, but back in the day, women used to stay in the house and take care of the children. Men would go and fight and do their hard labor. People who went there were expected to be strong. However, wars ended, and in our generation, apartheid ended. So things took a turn in trying to find balance between the previously disadvantaged and the privileged, except for the redefinition of a man and a woman. Let me back this a little bit. When a woman gets a job and starts to provide for the family, she is called the man of the house. What happens to the man who is in the house? Has she taken his manhood? No. Then why does this sound like it's a battle of taking the title of being a man? I was of the impression that it was about equality. It does not seem to end there. Now, whoever is in a position of being a man inherits the burden of Indo-Daikali. Because they are in a position where they are expected to provide, they have to show this brave character who does not show any kind of weakness. You cannot be crying and complaining about a job and a college degree when there are those who would love to be in your place. These are things you have to endure because you have won some title. Don't get me wrong, a fight for equal rights is a great fight for everyone. But it must not only be a fight for positions. Yes, you can disagree, but if you look closely, it comes off as if a black man is fighting to be a white man and a black woman is fighting to be a black man. Minorities are fighting to be majorities. Is it because people we've looked up to are heroes whom were involved in violent struggles? Is it because no one understands a struggle which does not get physical? It is easy to talk about someone being blocked an entrance because of their race or gender. It is not easy to talk about someone suffering while they are wearing a suit, going to work, or a graduation because we don't see it. They must be strong. They are men. These men are our brothers and sisters who die every day due to suicide and depression, while the only thing we knew about them was that they make our pictures beautiful with their great smiles. These men are our brothers and sisters who die at the hands of men because no one noticed the signs. They always looked like they were relationship goals. Imagine a world where the fight for equality is not just about positions, but about people. We'd understand that no matter which position is held, a person is still fragile, and how they feel must be considered. We'd understand that no one is an immortal just based on their definition of success. As much as the big guy has to take responsibility of helping out the little guy, it does not mean the so-called big guy does not undergo suffering. We all undergo pressures every day. Why is it important to pay attention to others and forget about the rest? The struggle we are yet to realize is making people feel like people. In everything we are still fighting for, there are people who still feel they are the only ones who are suffering. We believe once one knows they are not alone, they'll cope better. Hence we try to create conversations around people and less on positions. We believe this will bring us closer and help realize other injustices we do to ourselves. Then we can try solving them with a people-first mentality rather than just being number one. My name is Sihle Bonane. We are the Gauteng Nation. Thank you very much.